Hello and welcome to my review of Batman Arkham Asylum. The story. This is how it begins. This is how the Batman took the Joker to Arkham Asylum. And Batman didn't like that one bit. Why? Because the Joker surrendered to him almost without a fight. And the recent prisoner transfer from Blackgate to the asylum also worried him. Anyways, the Joker gets locked up and the Batman escorts him to his cell, while meeting a friendly familiar face like the Killer Croc, whom takes Batman's scent for research purposes, I think.
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
Anywho, not soon after, Batman gets to a point where he can't proceed anymore, because he might unsettle the more wild inmates there.
I think he's talking about you, Bat.
The Joker, naturally, breaks out and takes control of the asylum.
Ta-da! Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Yeah, just like that. Apparently, the Joker was planning to return to the asylum so that he could use his super secret weapon on Gotham. Falling for the Joker's plan, Batman tries to stop him, but an encounter with a huge juiced thug and his moral code lets the Joker get away.
Knock me off. I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all.
Not soon after, Batman exits the intensive treatment to the surface of Arkham Asylum, where he makes his way to the Batmobile. And that's the intro portion of the story. Later on in the story, Batman and the player will have to face their fears. I am not joking, you will have to actually face your fears as a player in order to stop every criminal scum in the asylum and stop the Joker's secret weapon. The sounds. The ambience is strong with this one, but that's not a bad thing. Sure, it may not be the most memorable soundtrack in the history of Dota, but it sets the mood really well, and there are very specific encounters in the game where a good use of music is required. And I gotta say, they shall deliver. Now, the voice acting is really good here. We got guys like Kevin Conroy, who did the original Batman animated series. Mark Hamill, who's Luke Skywalker from the Star Trek universe. He also brought Joker back to life in the original animated series. And there are many more great voice actors. The presentation. Oh yeah, the graphics, the most important thing about any aged game, right? Well, no fear, the game still looks great if you're using a capable PC. However, the cutscenes in the game are pre-rendered. Why is that bad? Because they don't look as good as the maxed out settings of the game. The animations, while good, can sometimes look weird, notably when talking to people in the game.
He wants to kill the guard, you know. He needs to kill the guard.
The thugs in this game aren't really diverse. They all look pretty much the same. They have like 2 outfits, 2 skin types, and have identical body types, so prepare yourself to see the same dudes over and over again. Although Batman and the other characters that aren't the basic thugs are all diverse and all look great. The brawling. This style of combat has inspired quite a few games, but none of them got it quite this well. Basically, the left mouse button is used to hit someone and the right mouse button is used to counter an opponent's attack. There are also more commands, like double tapping the spacebar will make Batman dodge an attack, and the other commands allow you to use the Batarang, the Batclaw, and my virginity. This system is very fun and satisfying, even though it lacks complexity that other games have, leaving it a little bit too simple if you plan on having more than 8 playthroughs. The Predator encounters. If anything in this game makes you feel like the Batman, this is it. When you enter a Predator room, you will have to take out the thugs one by one without them even knowing that. And later in the game, you will be able to hear when the Joker notifies his goons that they're being taken down one by one. Although the stealth sections in the game are a lot more forgiving than in, say, the Metal Gear series. But that doesn't mean that Arkham Asylum is easy peasy. Just don't expect some complicated and difficult stealth sections. The conclusion. This game tries to make you feel like the Batman as hard as it can, and I think it succeeds. Sure, the gameplay is simple, but it's fun and satisfying, even though the boss fights are pretty mediocre. But the story, sounds, graphics, and the gameplay make this gem, in my opinion, a masterpiece.
Do it!